Welcome in, everybody. It's the coach. This is Madden 20 on EA Sports. Straight ahead, we've got a great one on tap between the Seattle Seahawks and the Arizona Cardinals. I'll have scores around the league for you at the half. But it's time for a little football.
Thank you, Coach. We are about 15 miles west of downtown Phoenix at State Farm Stadium in Glendale, Arizona. Today, it's an NFC West battle between the Seattle Seahawks and the Arizona Cardinals. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go, baby.
Throwing on first down is Murray. Got a man out of the backfield. It's Chris Thompson. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Give him 22 yards, and that's also where they... Snapped it from the 22. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Here's carry number 1 for Jordan Howard. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
From just shy of midfield, Murray. And his throw is going to be incomplete. Christian Kirk, the man he was looking for, and it's third down.
We talk all the time about playmakers on offense, but let's face it, there are plenty of playmakers on defense, too. I think we just saw an example of one, didn't we? Not force that incompletion.
Yeah, he's a great corner. They got a couple of them on that side of the football. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
We got this.
So here come the Seahawks now for their first drive. They'll be led out by the man who proclaims to be from a whole pack of Badgers. Came into the league back in 2012, Russell Wilson.
It's week 17, Brandon, and I'm just going to go ahead and say it. He's not going to win the MVP award. But that doesn't mean to me that he shouldn't get strong consideration. I think he's been terrific this year.
He has, and I think the highest praise came from the coaching staff, telling us that he's been more vital to our team than any other quarterback in the league. If your coaches are saying that, you feel pretty good.
Yeah, I actually heard from an opposing coach earlier this week where he said, look, he's not going to win it, but he should. He's been the best player we played against this season.
Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line, second and a yard. Now Wilson. He's got this one complete to John Ursua. 10 yards and a Seattle first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. From the shotgun, Wilson. And that'll be incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10.
Let's go. Let's get this ball back for the offense. Let's go.
Now Wilson throwing again. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Well, he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A good pickup there at 22.
This is one of those plays that could go either way, but we've seen the influence of the college game now in the NFL, where we're seeing more and more of these plays run, and that one went for a big gain.
On first down, they run with Howard. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Jordan Howard with touchdown number 12 on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
Elliott good with a PAT, and it's now a 7-0 game. 1 play, 2 plays, touchdown. That's all it took there. A very short and sweet drive that got him in the end zone. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
You ready? You ready?
Out comes the Seattle offense. We take a peek at the playoff race coming into the weekend in the NFC. And it's all come down to this, hasn't it? Final week of the regular season. As this year's playoffs play out anything like the regular season has gone, could be in for a wild and fun month of January.
And we can break the rules because we can look ahead. All right, there's not a coach out there that's ever said to their team, all right, let's look three weeks down the road. It's always right here, right now. Forget that. Think about what the playoffs are going to look like. The teams that we see that are already...
Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And the Cardinals have got it. Going the other way. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
Should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about any more.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Murray. It's Williams on the catch. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion. Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. It's complete to Williams. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. So give them the yardage on the pass and half the distance to the goal line.
Because they're inside the 30, so now you don't march off the full 15, right? You have half the distance to the goal. In any event, that's precious real estate given up.
And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Christian Kirk, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals push further out in front.
And that's exactly what you're supposed to do with good field position. You make the other side pay when you don't have far to go for the score.
Elliott now to add the extra point. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. Scoring summary, 3-play drive, and it winds up in a touchdown for Arizona. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
Let's go.
And out now come the Seahawks. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything, at least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Henry Anderson in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. And that's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 27. A first carry now for Thompson. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Jadeveon Clowney there on the stop. On 2nd and 9, Murray. He'll find Taylor. That's complete. Touchdown, Cardinals. Trent Taylor, his 4th touchdown on the year. Here the Cardinals push further out in front. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
Elliott on for the extra point. And it is now 21-0. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's going to be taken down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. Seahawk football here to start quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Seahawk football here to start quarter number 2. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
They'll break the huddle and come out with 4 receivers, 3 of them to the right side. 2nd and 7. Here's Carson. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's a gain of 15, 1st down Seahawks.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they get to that end zone real fast.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Jennings was the one he was looking for, but it'll be 2nd down. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Here's Wilson to throw again. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Here's Wilson. Steps away to his left.
Holding offense.
That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
He's going to got a man. It's caught at the 6-yard line. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. John Ursua, his first touchdown on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Down 3 scores already. This game was really in danger of getting away from them. They needed a drive like that, especially on the road.
Not only to calm themselves, but maybe tamp down the crowd a little bit because everything was against them. As you noted, this game could have gotten away from them very easily, but instead, the calming drive, now they have a little bit more confidence. Okay, we're back in it. All right, we're ready to go. That was impressive.
And the defense now needs to reciprocate. Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. He's had one of those games that any quarterback loves, not only being able to complete some passes, but some deep passes.
And it's pretty.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just give them a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent, it's really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them, too.
Yeah, now they're just looking to add to that total. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. That goes for 14 yards. First down, Cardinals. Murray now on first down. And with a flag down, he goes down. So they're able to sack him. Now the penalty looks like it could be holding. Let's find out. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
Murray now to throw. He's got Thompson here, complete. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a first down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10. On third down, Murray. Flush to his right. He may try and run for this. But he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 34-yard line. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. To throw, it's Murray. That's going to be caught by Kirk. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Out of the gun, here's Murray. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Max Williams, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Cardinals push further out in front.
The tight end position has always been dangerous, especially in the red zone, short field. But now even more so because these tight ends aren't necessarily the tight ends of old. They're the rocked-up wide receivers who have a little bit more speed. Way harder to cover than before.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. As Seattle now ready to march out of the field as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM, it always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
Second and 10 now. Wilson. He'll find Metcalf. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. On 3rd and 1, Wilson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Wilson and the offense not coming off the field. They're going for it on 4th. Now it's Wilson. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Cardinals will now take over with excellent field position. So shall we say a bold decision to go for it, and that bold decision does not. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Now Murray throwing on 2nd down. Open man is Kirk, complete. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Now a signal and a timeout call as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. So on 3rd down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. Spotted at the left hash, this from 45. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through, and that will extend their lead even further. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out.
And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. We now proceed to the start of the second half. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And as this offense makes their way back out, it's AFC playoff race time as we give you a look. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 22. He's going to fire this thing deep right. He's got a man, complete. A gain of 37. Well, you had all halftime to think about what you wanted to do to start the second half. They came out with a big one.
Does that not beg the question? What was happening in the other locker room at halftime? Was that the one play they didn't cover as a possibility? Because they just gave up a big, big gain.
No one there to help out downfield, but no problem. Scrambling for 22 and a first.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Escaping the pressure right. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scram. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Will Dissly, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks are able to close the gap just a bit. This time, the extra point up and good. And that will shave one more off this lead. So that drive, 4 plays. And the Seahawks capping it off with a touchdown. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Cardinals offense now ready to get their first opportunity here in the second half. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just...
Now the ball comes loose, and the Seahawks have picked it up. And some room to roam now. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them, big tackle, knock the ball free, anything you can do to slow them down.
Following the fumble recovery, it's Wilson, forced out to his left. He's going to take off with it. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And that is caught, but the bank judge right there to say incomplete. The intended receiver was DK Metcalf, but it'll be second and goal. Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, second and goal. Now Wilson to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Get your backs to the goal line. I can hear my high school coach right now. This is when force meets force. Got to be physical in order to win this battle.
Yeah, that's where the physicality pays off. A nice job forcing the contact and forcing the incompletion.
Yeah, Coach Ford would have loved that play.
On third and goal, Wilson buying time to his touchdown, Seahawks.
That's a tough one there defensively because look at the stops they got on first and second down, and it's first and second and goal. And then on third down, they cover the receivers, but they leave an alley open for him to find, and he does. That is frustrating. You do almost everything right, and he still ends up in the end zone.
Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite, but in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a two-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They run with Howard. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. Second down. Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Now Murray. That's caught on the left side by Kirk. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Throwing now is Murray. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jadeveon Clowney has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
They'll set up the screen to Howard. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first. A good rally to the football holds him to 2, and that brings up a 4th down.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Wilson. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Akeem Talib, the corner, with a sack.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
The rushing numbers for Wilson, maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the first down. Here's Wilson.
You and I both know most coaches are really fearful about their quarterbacks running with the ball. They don't want them to take that big hit. I don't think they worry about that with Russell Wilson. He's so smart in what he does, and we just saw it there on that scramble. Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Henry Anderson in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. On 3rd down, Wilson completes it to Jennings. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. Welcome back to the desert. We're in Glendale. It's the Seahawks with possession of the football, but they do trail here to begin quarter number 4. Wilson now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Flushed out right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Dante Fowler make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
I remember throughout my career here, defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
And now look at him go. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. DK Metcalf with his 16th touchdown of the year, as his guys are back within a single score. So that's a really big play here in the 4th quarter, and don't look now, they're right back in this game.
Did it feel to you, as it did to me, that maybe they were a little bit soft in what they were lining up with on defense? Almost like they were protecting the lead rather than trying to make a play.
And now that lead is down to just 1 score. Cardinal offense coming back out. Let's give you a look at the playoff race now. This is into the weekend in the NFC. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. First play of the drive is a run with Thompson, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. A gain of 3, 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Let's go.
On 2nd down, here's Murray, rolling to his right, and he's going to keep it here. And he'll be brought down right around the 37.
Let's go.
All right, partner, I'm a defender, but I've got to express my admiration there. Moving around, making it happen, and instead of worrying about protecting himself, he goes and gets the first down. I've got to give it to him on that one.
Normally, you don't want your guy taking shots, your quarterback, but it's winning time here in the 4th quarter. If he needs to make those plays with the legs, go ahead, right?
Yeah, no doubt about it. At this stage of the game, all protections, they're off.
An ideal spot here to get a first down and try to run some more clock, and this is 2nd and less than a yard. Shotgun handoff to Thompson. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down. It's Howard, and he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. Making the stop that time, Bobby Wagner. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Shaquille Griffin knocking it away that time in coverage. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Now he lets it go deep. This is caught inside the 15. Oh, the big play's going to get even bigger as penalty flags are down, and I believe they're going to get a face mask penalty tacked on. Boy, tight game like this, 4th quarter, personal foul penalties, a no-no.
Yeah, we know the emotions are running high. The tensions are the same. Who can control them best could ultimately win it.
So now then, the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. They'll turn to Thompson. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Chris Thompson, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Cardinals push further out in front. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how we're going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
This is fielded at the goal line. And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. It doesn't matter where you start with the football now. They have to feel great about their opportunity.
Sliding out of the pocket. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Now it's Wilson, eluding the pressure right. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Wilson, after the play fake to Carson, going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Metcalf once again the target. That'll bring up 2nd down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. They run it with Carson. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a 3rd down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Flush to his right. He can run for it, and he will. Extending the arm.
Oh, yes, it works.
Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a 1st down. Late in the game, defense trying to avoid a big play. He's able to work out of the passing game, turn it into a run, pick up the 1st, and stop the clock as well.
And you know in this situation, everything is sped up. The intensity, the thinking, everyone's movements. But for a quarterback, he has to continue to be what we call a flatliner. Level in everything he does and read the clock, feel it in the pocket, and go at the appropriate time.
From midfield now, here's Wilson. Now a desperate. This is caught inside the 15. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. From the shotgun, Wilson. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
So the deficit now 3 after the huge conversion, but they need to get the football back.
So this is where special teams really comes into play, because getting the ball back, it starts with this next kickoff. How do they get downfield? Either jar it loose or to get the ball back themselves. That's going to be key for them.
And now looking at the clock here, they do have 2 timeouts, but even if they force a 3 and out, they're going to have very little time remaining.
So that means they've got to be aggressive and find a way to knock the ball free. They've got to come up with it, because they can't just rely, as you noted, on using their timeouts and getting the ball back. They might not have any time to mount an attack, even if they do play it that way. Get the football. That's their mantra.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. On the ground, it's Thompson. And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. They go with Thompson again. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one, and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. So Russell Wilson and the offense down by a field goal, 46 seconds to go. Now their losing streak in danger of continuing as they come up on 1st down. They'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down. Not only another 1st down, that also puts him over 100 yards rushing.
That's not something you see very often in the NFL. We see it more in college. But I think with more of the melding of the college game with quarterbacks, we'll see this a little bit more often in the future.
A good pickup there, 26 yards. Back to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. They will take the knee here, and they will finish this regular season with a victory.
Murray on the keeper. It's a loss of a yard.